Hey Leo, welcome to Sweet Tea Astrology and Tarot. I'm Erica. Why don't you sit a spell and we'll talk about the stars some. On the 1st of September, we're going to be experiencing a new moon solar eclipse at 9 degrees of Virgo. The Sabian symbol for 9 degrees of Virgo reads, two heads looking up and beyond the shadows. And when I was meditating on this Sabian symbol, I kept thinking of people coming out of either like a bomb shelter or a storm shelter and seeing the lay of the land, their new reality around them. And that's really what eclipse season is all about, is seeing the world around you from a new perspective. So that's what's going on Sabian symbol wise. Let me go ahead and address the construction noises outside as well. They are ripping up the asphalt and replacing concrete now in my driveway and my neighbors' driveways. So things are getting very crazy. Today is the first day of Mercury in retrograde, so it is hampering my message or my ability to get my message out to you the way that I wish that I could. Sorry about that. I'm sorry about the background noise. Please forgive me. It's the reality of my truth, and I'm owning my struggle, doing the very best I can by y'all. Now, let's get into the astrology and what's going on for y'all. On the 1st, like I said, this new moon solar eclipse is occurring at 9 degrees of Virgo, and that's happening for you in your second house. And that house is ruled by Taurus. It's the house of values. It's the house of your money, your earning ability, your self-esteem, and your possessions. It covers lots of other things, but I just try to give big ideas so people can kind of get get the themes of where this energy could be playing out for y'all. This new moon solar eclipse is going to be T-squared by Saturn and Neptune, though. Saturn is in Sagittarius, and that is in your 5th house. Neptune is in Pisces, and that is in your 8th house. The 5th house is the house that's ruled by you, Leo. It's the house of creation or creativity, children, your social life, and pleasure seeking. The 8th house is where Neptune is, and that's ruled by Pisces for you in your chart. And, well, no, the 8th house is ruled by Scorpio, but Neptune is in Pisces. See, Mercury's in retrograde. The 8th house is ruled by Scorpio, which is a water sign. And that house governs other people's money, regeneration, transformation, metamorphosis, life, death, rebirth, or birth, instinct, that could be primal instinct or basic instinct, and sexuality. So you're going to have some tension develop in those 3 houses. And I made a diagram. I've shown this to everybody so far. So you get to see it too. This new moon will be occurring for you in Virgo, where the Sun, the Moon, and Jupiter are right now. And this is your 2nd house, representative of your 2nd house. This is where Saturn and Mars are in Sagittarius. And this represents your 5th house. And this is Neptune in Pisces. This represents your 8th house. So you're going to feel like you're being pulled in several different directions in one or many different areas of these houses that I talked about. And that can present an energy of tension, worry, or concern for you. It's eclipse season. It's pulling us on the path that we need to be on. So just breathe, and this too shall pass, even if it feels like a kidney stone. So on the 9th, we have Jupiter moving into Libra, which is your 3rd house. The 3rd house is the house that is ruled by Gemini, and it governs communication, and that can be how you speak, how other people understand you, or how you understand others. It can cover your technological devices, your phone, tablet, computer, modem, gaming devices. Can govern your the commute, point A to point B, your vehicles, or how you get there, or the commute. It could be lots of traffic or construction, like what's going on out front of my house. Pardon me. And the fiance is a Leo sun, so, you know, it's speaking to him too. So, but anyways, the 3rd house, communication, short distance trips, also in the commute, siblings, cousins, and neighbors covered under the 3rd house energy. Jupiter expands anything that it touches, so it could mean that you are getting to communicate a lot more. It could mean that you are doing a lot more short distance journeys. It could be that your family is growing, or that you get new neighbors. So it could happen in any of those areas. Congratulations on your blessings from Jupiter. On the very next day, on the 10th of September, we have some harsh energy occurring. We've already kind of talked about it a little bit. It is Saturn squaring Neptune. This is an exact square, and it is occurring between your 8th and your 5th house. Saturn is a planet that represents limitation, structure, and containment. It can also speak to boundaries or borders, and it also governs your bones and teeth, or the structural skeleton of a building. Neptune is the planet of nebulousness, illusion, and imagination. It can also be representative of water or addiction. So just be careful. The 5th house is pleasures, social life, children, and creativity. And the 8th house is life, death, rebirth, sexuality, regeneration, and other people's money. Now, if you're watching this on the release date, you can go ahead and fast forward to the tarot portion, because this is the first half of the month. If you're coming back for the second half of the month, welcome back. On the 16th, we will be experiencing a full moon prenumbral lunar eclipse at 24 degrees of Pisces, and this is occurring in your 8th house. The 8th house is having a lot of energy go through it this first part of September. The first half of September is a lot of 8th house energy going on, and that is, once again, the Scorpio ruled house of other people's money, regeneration, transformation, or metamorphosis, life, death, rebirth, primal or basic instinct, and sexuality. It could manifest in any of those areas or under a spectrum of those areas. On the 22nd, we have the Sun moving into Libra, which is your 3rd house, the house of communication, short distance trips, siblings, cousins, and neighbors. And on the very same day, we have Mercury, the planet of thought, movement, and communication, going post retrograde station direct in your 2nd house, and that is the house of values, money, possession, earning, ability, and self-esteem. On the 24th, we have Venus, the planet of harmony, love, and beauty, moving into Scorpio, your 4th house, and that is the house of home and family. Home can be where you live or where you consider home to be. Family is your immediate family, spouse, children, and or fur babies, or your roommates if you're not married. It could also speak to your family, which would be your parents, mother and father, or people that you consider to be parents. So if it doesn't manifest in any of those areas, also think about your foundation and your roots, because those are also areas that could be covered under the 4th house. On the 28th, we have Mars, the planet of energy, impulse, and aggression, moving into Capricorn, which is your 6th house of work and health, or the competency and skills that you bring to the services that you provide. On the 30th, we have a new moon at 8 degrees of Libra in your 3rd house. You have a lot of 3rd house energy going on too throughout September. 3rd house and 8th house. Pardon me. 3rd house is communication, short distance trips, siblings, cousins, and neighbors. New moons are a great time for seeding new opportunities, and this would be a great time for you to maybe possibly start looking at new vehicles towards the end of the month. It would be a good time for you to maybe get your message out or start communicating more. You may find out that you are being more expressive on social media as well. Just pay attention. These things do play out whether you realize it or not. All right, Leo. This is what is going on for you astrologically speaking for the month of September. I'm going to go ahead and transition over to the tarot cards, and I will also be pulling some oracle cards from you. I'll show you the boxes on the flip side. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me and setting a spell to talk about the stars. I appreciate it more than you know. Take care of yourself, and I'll be right back, y'all. Hang tight. Hey Leo, I'm back with your tarot cards, but before I start pulling, I promised I'd show you the boxes on the flip side. I'm going to pull an oracle card from the Butterfly Oracle Cards for Life Changes deck by Doreen Virtue. Also going to grab a card from the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck by Elena Fairchild, and the artwork is by Autumn Sky Morrison. It's a real big favorite amongst many of y'all, and I'm happy to be able to share them with you. I've been meditating and shuffling over the cards, asking for the general messages for my Leo friends for the September new moon. A lot of 8th house energy, a lot of 3rd house energy. Okay. Gonna cut. Bottom card for the underlying theme or the overarching energy, and the top 3 for clarity. Butterfly oracle card for my Leo friends for September's new moon. I'm going to pull the bottom one as well. I've been doing that for the majority of the videos. I'm sorry, my headset's wanting to jump out of my ears. Now the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck. For the communication portion, speak your truth in love and watch the road rage. Gonna cut. Top card. Let me see what you got. That is not the first time that card has popped up. Okay. Just by the oracle cards, it looks like it is a relationship. Could be dealing with relationships. And the 8th house is an intimate house. You are having a lot of 8th house energy. Pardon me. Okay. Let me write down the numbers for this spread. The card that fell out was the Sun reversed. We're having a solar eclipse, and your ruling luminary, Leo, is the Sun, so it kind of makes sense that you're probably feeling a little upside down right now. How you feel is a choice that you make as well. Let me remind you of that. The Sun is the 19th card of the major arcana. 1 + 9 is 10, and that is the Capricorn ruled house of career, status, reputation, destiny, authorities, or authority figures. The Sun as a major arcana card represents the Sun, as I said in the opening. It's about your self-expression. The Sun is also about your will, your assertion, your life force energy. You could be feeling really tired. In the upright, the sun represents success and fulfillment. In the reverse, it could be that you are feeling unfulfilled. And this eclipse is highlighting that fact for you. You could be feeling unfulfilled because, okay, fulfillment. Fulfillment is something that you value, correct? Well, you're having this solar eclipse in your second house, the house of values. And it's T-squaring your 5th house and your 8th house, the house of pleasure and the house of intimacy. The house of social life and the house of other people's money. The house of children and the house, that's what it's going up against. You could be feeling very unfulfilled, tired, unhappy. The underlying theme or the overarching energy that you got was the 7 of Cups in reverse. The 7 speaks to the 7th house, which is the Libra ruled house of counseling, identifying with others, or open enemies, like testifying in open court against someone else, or having an argument with someone in an online forum that other people can see. That's my interpretation of it. You don't have to see it as such. Also, partnerships, and the partnerships can be intimate partnerships, business partnerships, friendships, acquaintances, and the 8th house covers intimate relationships. You could be finding out a lot of secrets. If you're not finding them out, you could be having secrets exposed, or secrets may be coming to light. The Cup, I feel like this is either you or this is the person who is like being shocked by the surprise. The cloud in the background is silver lining. There is silver lining in the situation. There's silver lining in every situation. Every situation that comes to us, no matter how negative, has lessons and things for us to grow from. And when you're going through hell, it's difficult to hear something like that. I don't mean to sound as though I'm being trite. It used to really piss me off to have people come to me and say, well, everything happens for a reason. And I wanted to look them square in the eyes and be like, please explain to me how almost dying in a house fire is everything happening for a reason. I understand now why I had to go through that. But at the time, I was ready to fight. So I don't want to sound insensitive. That's not the case. But there is silver lining in the situation. You could feel as though your entire world has been turned upside down. The Cups cards represent emotions and relationships, things that fill you up and sustain you, that make you feel whole. The Cups cards represent water sign energy. The water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. We will be having a lunar eclipse in Pisces on the 16th, and that's occurring in your 8th house. My dog's going crazy. It's the day before the solar eclipse. She's going nuts. The first card you got in the top 3 for clarity is the Page of Swords in reverse. The Page of Swords is a teenager to mid-20-year-old, possibly. If not that, it could be an adult acting like a child. Their head is foggy. See this cloud right here next to the head? That's a sign for me always. They're not thinking right. There's a disconnect between the head and the body. Could be speaking to Mercury retrograde, which is going on right now. Could also be a message of misinformation, either intentional or unintentional. I don't like to call people liars because, so many situations can be so many different things. There are 3 sides to every story. Your version, their story, their version, and the truth. So that's why I like to present it like that. But this is a card of either misinformation or unbalance, not grounded, foggy details. It's like whoever this is going to have to come back and apologize later. The sword signs are air sign qualities. The air sign qualities are being very talkative and communicative, very mental, cerebral, gray matter types. The air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. It does not have to be their sun sign. It can be their moon or their rising sign. Forewarned is forearmed, y'all. The second card that you got was the Ace of Swords upright. And it's like the truth is being revealed. I don't know if it's your truth or if it's someone else's truth, but it's being exposed. It's being revealed. And the truth is prevailing because it's in the upright. The Ace of Swords is also the possibility of like having a genius idea, or somebody presenting you with a genius idea, or the winning of some sort of debate, or winning of a disagreement. Because, I mean, you're the victor. The crown's up here. The truth is the victor. Not if it's your secrets being revealed, the truth is the victor. But if it's secrets being exposed and you're the person who's been on the receiving end of it, then you will be vindicated. The third card that you got is the Four of Pentacles. The four represents the fourth house. The fourth house is the Cancer-ruled house of home and family. Home can be... Pardon me, I'll be right back. My dog is going nuts. I apologize so much, Leo. It's Mercury retrograde. Alright. It's the Four of Pentacles in reverse. The four speaks to the Cancer-ruled fourth house of home and family. Home is where you live or where you consider home to be, and family is your immediate family, your parents, your spouse, children, and or fur babies. If it does not resonate there, then think of your roots or your foundation. The pentacles represent resources, things that you would spend on another living thing or situation that you care about. Money, time, energy, love. Your health is a resource. The pentacles also represent earth sign energy. The earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. It does not have to be their sun sign. It can be their moon or their rising. You won't know that unless you know their chart. This is the card of stinginess. Like, this is all mine. I'm watching it. I know where every penny's going. In the reverse, it could be that you don't know where every penny's going, or that you are having somebody saying that they need money for one thing, but it's something else. Or your kids are saying, I need some money. And because, I mean, you've got fifth house, you've got money house energy, you've got children, creation, pleasure house energy, and you've got other people's money energy. It could be that people are just trying to bleed you dry this month, Leo. It could be that you feel like you are the bank of mom, or the bank of dad, or the bank of boyfriend, or the bank of girlfriend. The Ace of Swords makes me feel like you're going to find out the truth, though, eventually. Whatever this is dealing with. It seems like an air sign is coming at you asking for money, and you're like, you know, I can't, yo. I've got so many other things that I've got to pay for. I'm completely broke. And they're like, man, you're not a good friend. You're not a good mom. You're not a good dad. Makes you feel bad. Makes you feel unfulfilled. Because it's a square. The square is a tension point. Let me do the overall numerology. All right, the spread totaled up to 30. 3 plus 0 is 3, which speaks to the Gemini ruled. Gemini ruled house of communication, short distance trips or journeys, siblings, cousins, and neighbors. So you may be having a sibling come at you asking for money, or a cousin, or you may have a neighbor saying, I need some money, and you're like, I really ain't got it. Can I give you a rain check? If it's not little money, it may be, kids coming home from school saying, Mom, we need you to volunteer for this, or we're having a bake sale, and it's like, I don't have the time, I don't have the money. Can I just go pick up some cookies from the bakery? The Sacred Rebels Oracle card that you got was collaborative dreaming. And for me, this means instantaneously that it's time for collaboration or reaching out and asking for help if you need it. It's also representative of the feminine and the male energy being balanced. Could also be the idea of there possibly being a relationship aspect, like I was saying at the beginning when I was flipping over the cards. Relationships can be intimate relationships, they can be business relationships, friendships, the relationship that you have with your children, your children's parent, the other parent of your children. You may have to collaborate on how things are going to get paid for, because it's, the beginning of the school year and the beginning of all the, football and baseball and all of those different school things that have to happen too. Try to balance between your heart and your mind. Give yourself and space some time to do that. Collaborative dreaming is the 28th card of the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck. 2 plus 8 is 10, and that speaks to the Capricorn ruled 10th house of career, status, reputation, authorities, and destiny. You may need to have a collaboration in your career. You may want to collaborate so you can co-parent with the other parent, or your other partner. Like if you're co-parenting, you may need to collaborate with the other parent to where things can be a success for your child, because ultimately that's what it's all about, right? Could be a collaboration in work, could be a collaboration with just different business partners, could be collaborating with your partner, your intimate partner, collaborating with neighbors. Dreaming also could be really big too. The first of the 2 oracle cards from the butterfly deck that you got was relationship dynamics, and you're having 8th house energy, and that's the house of sexuality. That's very intimate relationship dynamics, if you will. But the 8th house also covers life, death, rebirth, that entire cycle, birth. It's a primal instinct house. It's a basic instinct house. It's other people's money. It's the house of regeneration and transformation and metamorphosis. I really like to think of eclipse season as all of us kind of going through our own 8th house, because it is the beginning and the ending of a cycle. This could be speaking to your personal intimate relationships, could be speaking to your like I said, business relationships, your friendships, just the different collaborations that you have in life. Make sure to bring balance to them. Don't let it be all give and all you giving and none of them. It has to be 50-50. And the second card you got, which is really kind of interesting because this new moon solar eclipse is happening in your second house, the house of money, possessions, earning ability, and self-esteem, the house of values. But the finances card, a new moon is a chance to plant a seed. This is a new moon solar eclipse that's occurring on the 1st in your second house, the house of finances. That would be a very, very good time to plant a seed for maybe an at-home business or looking for a new job, asking for a raise. Because a new moon, like I said, is a good seeding point. With it being a solar eclipse, this is like a new moon on 6 Red Bulls. It's like the most wonderful organic growth stimulant out there, if you will, on your little garden. So it's a nice time for your finances to grow. Try to put some energy into that house and utilize it. Grab your surfboard and ride the waves, right? Leo, I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope that you found it empowering and enlightening. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you did already, I really appreciate it more than you know and more than I have the words to say. Thank you so much for being here and sitting a spell and listening to me talk about the stars and pull some cards and tell you the story that I see behind them. I'll be around for the full moon and for the new moon, pulling cards for those respectively as well. I'll have all of this timestamp below. Thank you so much for sticking around. I'll see y'all soon. Take care of yourself. Save some of that self-care for the entire month because we're all sensitive. I mean, you need to be very vigilant in the self-care area, but also understand that you need to be kind to yourself and kind to others, because as sensitive as you feel, people are feeling that in other areas of their world too. We're all going through the same stuff. I'll see y'all soon. Take care. Bye, y'all.